The world is in a dumpster fire. Let's talk about Russia and Ukraine and why this is continuing to.
Why does Trump continue to lie, backpedal, all the things about it? All the
Do we
things.
expect anything different, though?
You can hope for something different. Hoping, wishing, praying.
I'm done with all that with him, right? Like, I am done with all that.
No
I'm
more?
just thinking, no, because it's not going to help. Oh, he got elected and said, hey, I'm going to be able to stop this war. 24 hours.
And has not. He hasn't even been able to broker a successful ceasefire because there was supposed to be a ceasefire over Easter, and there wasn't.
It fell apart.
There was not.
And so here we are. Russia attacked Ukraine again.
And I think there are a lot of casualties.
Yeah, I know. Do we have some footage of that?
I think we have a few things from that. Oh, look at
this. Look at this.
Look at that destruction. And then here we go. I really wish somebody needs to take his phone. Somebody needs to take down Truth Social. All the things.
Do we think his phone just needs to be taken, or does somebody need to take him?
I'm not going to go on the record for that. Let's just take his phone.
Saying anything, any harm, but just like there are places he could go without electronics. And we wouldn't have to see this. So I'm just thinking about like the thought that Ukraine is supposed to sign this deal that is horrible for them.
Absolutely.
And Zelensky is like, you know what? If this is the deal, I'm not signing shit. And I don't blame him.
Good on him. I'm super happy that he's
standing with it.
Yeah, he's standing on business.
He absolutely is. And I respect him so much, like how he conducted himself in the White House with the bullies. He handled himself very well, and he did not back down. So that's what leadership looks like. America, take note, not bullying.
Mm-hmm.
I just love these. Like, look at this.
Yeah, he campaigned on ending the war in 24 hours.
And look where we are. How many days has it been? And so then this morning, this tweet comes out that he's not happy with Russia. And then he told Putin to stop. Look at that. Vladimir, stop. So you're calling him Vladimir. Is he angry? Is this a lover's quarrel? What is going on here?
Let's get the peace deal done. Sir, they've been trying to get a peace deal done. What you're trying to intervene with is not reasonable. It's absolutely not reasonable.
And then we have J.D. Vance over here saying stuff too. Okay, Mr. Pope, because I'm going to keep calling him that. We know he didn't do anything to that man, but I like it. He's sinister, so let's just call him Pope Killer. So, but think about this, guys. Like, this whole administration is trying to cower and bully this man. And he is not going. So I guess they said, shit, he's not signing this. We're going to keep bombing and attacking them. So they're even threatening nuclear warfare.
Which I think is absolutely crazy. That is just absolutely crazy. And I do like this tweet from President Zelensky, basically saying, hey, we need to come together and broker a peace deal. And this has gone on. And now, Trump is blaming Obama for the Crimea annexation and that we had a hand in that. We didn't have no hand in that.
So I'm going to say this. Trump blames Obama for anything. If he's constipated, that's Obama's fault. Just is sinister. He lives rent-free in that man's head.
He really does. He really does.
Sad. He's doing everything but his job and the things that he campaigned on. But you know what? This is what I expected. We did not expect anything different from this loser.
I was hoping he'd be a little better. Why I was hoping, I don't know.
What did you think changed?
He had a little bit of experience, but he is
Girl, that experience was awful.
It was awful. Oh, he came in ready to burn it to the ground. So that's the experience.
Scorched earth. If we think about last term, 5 years ago on Wednesday is when he told us to inject bleach for COVID. 5 years ago. And yet we are here. And we thought that he was going to broker a peace deal. He was telling people to inject bleach. Now let's think about that. And you know what? It was some people out there that were like, hold on, give me a syringe.
Give me a sec. Let me get this done.
Let me go try this. So,
let me get this done.
We can't expect greatness here.
Crazy. So
let's talk about something else that he's done that's wrong. Over here messing with those people in China. Let me tell you something. China is not playing with us. I don't understand why he doesn't realize this. He is saying that he's ready to make a deal, or we're going to make a deal. They haven't even had conversation.
Baby, but he's steady lying, saying we're in talks with the Chinese. The Chinese said we know of no such thing. Who you in talks with?
Too.
Because it ain't us. You ain't talked to us.
So I mean, just constantly lying, and these people are feeding into this. Do we
They
have some
are.
clips about this? Like, because China is like, hold on, hold my mule. Let me tell
Baby,
you
they
what's
like,
going on.
they said we didn't send for the United States. We did not send for you. But here you are.
So let me get you together real quick. Look at this.
And then, listen, this one right here, this the one right here though, because they can't get their stories together. They can't get their stories together. Trump says there's going to be a reduction in tariffs. Our favorite press secretary says there will not be. Well, which is it? Administration? Which is it? Can y'all get y'all stuff together and at least get on the same page about how you're destroying the country?
This administration has two left feet.
And does.
That's
And
exactly
does.
what is going on. And they can't work together. They cannot work together. It's too many egos. Everybody's lying to cover, their tracks. And so since the economy is in a free fall,
It
I'm
is.
trying to try and temper my words, but you're going to say, oh, we're going to work out something with China. China has found other people that they want to work with. They do not want to work with us. And look at him just sitting here looking right silly.
I love this. Has there been any direct contact between the U.S. and China on trade at all? Trump. Oh, yeah, of course. Every day.
An imaginary friend. Who is he talking to?
But the Chinese foreign minister said, all fake news. China and
Stop
the
lying
U.S.
on me. Stop lying on me.
Look, quit telling stories.
That's what you remember when your grandmom used to tell you over there telling stories. And
Yeah,
the
quit
older you
telling-
got, and the bigger the story got, it was a whole full-fledged lie.
Baby,
And lying would get you a whooping.
they need a whooping.
They need
They
a
need a
whole whooping.
They need a whooping.
The whole administration. Like, no, it was consequences for telling lies. But this administration sees nothing wrong with the lies that they're telling.
They consistently
Every day.
lie like a rug, baby. Lie like a rug.
Do they get up in the morning and like, I jumped out of bed. What am I gonna lie about today?
Let's see, what shall I lie about today? What lies are we going to tell?
Yeah. The American brand is trash.
It's getting diminished, but I need them to quit messing with my goods that come from overseas. They need to.
What goods, Shannon? What goods are we
Listen.
speaking of?
Oh, I'm a crafter, so I have a rhinestone business. Rhinestones. I source some of my crafting materials from China. And what this tweet says, right? It says the U.S. only accounts for around 13% of global trade. And the Chinese have said if the U.S. doesn't want goods, we'll sell them to other clients.
We have other people. We have other people, but the people that need them, like you,
nobody else. So we send out 13%, but baby, we consume.
Mhm.
We out here consuming all the things, big old consumer economy. And we're dependent on the Chinese. We are. So he's got to make a deal. He's got too many things that we need in everyday American life cross borders. And I think about all the things those Chinese suppliers have shared that they manufacture for America. I mean, something as simple as laundry pods.
I saw
They out here
something
making our
on
laundry
TikTok.
pods. Yes, on TikTok. They out here making our laundry pods. Trade, that means, baby, it's going to cost. That's why I'm making my own laundry detergent. Because
My
I'm not
God,
going to
here
be
we
out
go.
here.
There is something else. So we have got butter. And if anybody has listened to the A Collective, you know exactly where we're going here. Shannon is Susie Homemaker. Now she's making laundry detergent.
Baby, because Trump gonna have y'all out here paying $40 for some pods. Won't do it. I'm gonna have me a 5-gallon bucket of liquid laundry detergent.
My friend is making everything. What else?
We
Look
digress.
At this.
But
I
the whole
know.
point of this is I'm doing some of this to avoid tariffs. But listen, look at this. Look at what the Chinese foreign minister
They are
said.
tired of us. And I'm tired of us too. I am sick of it.
He said this tariff situation was started by the U.S. And
Okay, so let's put a pause in that. It wasn't started by the U.S. It was started by your president. It was started by your president. We have no qualms with you people. No qualms.
He is the U.S. He said China does not look for a war, trade war. But neither are we afraid of it.
Baby,
He
that means
said,
we will
"Baby,
go toe to toe with you.
We're going to stand and deliver. We're going to stand and deliver.
Play with somebody else.
Play with us if you want to.
And that seems to be the theme, like here, like thinking about Zelensky. Hey, we'll do what we need to do. We're not taking anything. And then we got this.
China said, we ain't taking no wooden nickels. We took a L the last time you were president. We better prepare this time. We're not taking no L.
The whole country is taking a L because we didn't realize what he did in his last term.
Meanwhile, we out here taking L's. Left and
Whole
right.
country. Yeah. And see what we're doing over here? Blackmailing. That's what they say. We are blackmailing.
And threatening China.
You get nowhere with threats. We have seen that people are fucking around and finding out, okay? Threatening people.
And China has let us know. They've let us know. Let me tell you about all the things we do for y'all. All things we do.
And here we are.
And my concern is this whole America First thing, right? America First, America First, America First. Well, a lot of our industrial manufacturing jobs did leave the country, right? In the 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
They left because of trade deals that were done. But the reality of it is, it's going to take the United States
decades,
years to ramp up any type of manufacturing to replace what we've put tariffs on. And it's not realistic. It really is not realistic.
So do we think that the average MAGA voter realized this?
No, because they think the other country pays tariffs.
Even when they get that bill now from their Shein shipment.
They are still out here defending him. Just you wait. It's the art of the deal. Just you wait. It's going to...
What kind of businessman this is?
We know he ain't no businessman. All these bankrupt companies he done left in his wake. We know he's no businessman. He's got these people snowed.
We are here.
Because they don't riff. Reading is fundamental. They ain't read. They ain't read up on things.
And they don't want to read. But these are the same people that don't take care of their teeth. They have 2 teeth. And I don't know how their reading comprehension is. Like, comprehension is a big thing. You might read it, but if you don't understand it, there we are.
If you don't read it, if you don't hear it to understand, if you don't listen to understand, you're lost. Because these people didn't do that, we're repeating the lesson. We got one lesson during 2018, to 2020. You got a lesson till 2020, right? And now
here we are again,
reliving yet another lesson. When are we going to learn? When are people going to wake up?
So speaking of people learning and tariffs, let's talk about Unc, a.k.a.
Baby, he about to get hit with the ultimate tariff.
Ultimate tariff. Shannon Sharpe.
Listen, I'm disappointed in Unc. And we're close in age. He and I are either 2 years apart or a year apart in age. Monique tried to tell him.
Y'all go back and watch the episode where she tried to tell him.
On Club Shay Shay.
Because she spoke clearly about a 56-year-old man, a.k.a. him. You don't need a 26-year-old woman. That man didn't listen to nothing. And now look what he is going through. I was ashamed.
Baby.
I was ashamed.
Embarrassed. But he repeating the lesson because he already had one little situation. One little situation already. And he went back for more. So
what do we think is the grossest part of all of this? Is it the age or what we're hearing, or is it a combination of both?
I think it's both. Okay. So the age part, I think, because misogynoir, right? We're in a misogynistic society.
Okay.
So while that shouldn't be acceptable, him messing with somebody who is 19, a 50-something-year-old man messing with someone who is 19. If a woman were doing that, if I were messing with someone who was 19 years old, as a 50-something-year-old woman, that would be wholly unacceptable. It would be looked upon poorly.
Yeah, I would talk about you so bad.
I know you would. Listen, but
what are you in it for? Is it the rabbit action?
Indeed, I would hope my friends would step up and say something and be like, no, ma'am, that ain't what you're doing.
Because this can't be your boo. It can't be your boo. You can't take this serious.
But you shouldn't even be messing. That shouldn't even be a plaything.
No.
It should not. So with the woman, it wouldn't be acceptable. So why is it acceptable with a man? It should not be. That should be frowned upon. it should have been off limits from the get-go. Coupled with the fact that it's kinky. He got a little kink in his game.
Unc is nasty. And Unc said he got a 10-minute video. Go on and release the 10 minutes. And I was like,
don't brag on 10 minutes.
Don't do that, sir. We don't want to hear it. We do not want to hear it.
I heard you once when you went live accidentally.
Yeah, and it was
on
like,
Instagram,
whoa.
breathing heavy.
Like he was about to fall out, baby.
Baby, you need some stamina.
He was out here doing it for the people, and he did not do a good job.
You're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you.
Baby. Yeah. And so even if
It's gross.
Even if choking is your kink, no. Just no. And now the ultimate tariffs. So the young lady would not settle for 10 million. She wouldn't settle for 10 million. She's suing for 50. I think there's a surprise.
Well, I think I
around
know
the
what the
corner.
surprise is. I have some ideas of what the surprise may be, but I'm not going to say it.
We need
But
to
I
talk
think it's
offline.
something we definitely do. Because what we heard, like, sir, and you have a distinct voice. You can't say that that's not you. Talking about you going to choke somebody.
We out here telling people that. And then regardless of how you play,
That don't sound good.
it don't sound good. And then I want out of the group chat, sis. I want out of the group chat. Just how he play, I don't want to play like that.
No, and then, like, what are y'all doing? Because the text that he released initially when this came out, like, I want you to put this big black baby in me.
And baby gravy?
Baby gravy. Never in my life have I heard this. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? But then, and he came out and said it was a money grab. Anybody looking at this initially would have that thought. Like, he just signed a new deal, and then this is coming out. So my question is, did she file a police report? Did she file a police report? Because there were 2 instances that she spoke of that were supposedly assault.
Allegedly.
So one in, I think, October and then January. So if something happened in October, this is just Stacey. Stacey ain't going back. Stacey is not going back in January for this to happen again. And I'm not trying to victim shame or anything here, but that's just me. Did she talk to someone about this?
But she's 19. That's part of the problem. When you're young, I mean, I think a more mature woman, even someone in their 30s, may have handled this differently. She's 19.
Yeah. And she was recording a lot of stuff. So what made her say, I'm going to have to record these things?
Because they were recording all the things. Apparently they were recording sessions, whatever you want to, rendezvous, let's get it on, however you want to frame that.
Why are we doing that? And I guess that's my age speaking. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we recording
he was okay with it and liked it. I mean,
he's too old for this. He's too old.
Baby.
Like, what are you doing? Are you rating your performance? Like, I'm trying to figure out, what are we doing here?
What do we do with things like that?
Do you put them on the TV and cast it and say, okay, so last night, let's talk about this. Help me
break
understand.
it down like a play, like a playbook.
Here doesn't make sense to me. But then also in the conversation, you can tell that she's young. You can tell how she's talking. And he is completely frustrated with her.
Sir, get you a grown woman, because she ain't it.
No, because you're talking like this, baby. I would have hung up in your face at my big age. I wouldn't be bothered with this kind of foolishness. But that's why he is not with somebody of my age.
Ding, 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 ding. That would be it. Because no self-respecting woman is going to put up with that foolishness at all.
Me like I'm crazy. So
his actions are going to cost him, I think, everything. I think he's going to end up losing his deal. I saw Stephen A. Smith, that's his friend. He invited him onto his show, and it's been a success. That's why he got the deal. And his podcast blew up. But the House of Mouse don't play.
It's going to start tumbling down, and I hope that he sits back, and he should have done this beforehand and thought about, what am I putting at risk? Think about his children, for Christ's sake. Can you imagine that being your daddy? My God.
His kids are like in their, I think, 20s and 30s. I would have tapped him on the shoulder and said, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Well, I would have pulled up on my daddy. If he was alive and doing this type of stuff, we would have had probably a little tussle. Because, Daddy, this is embarrassing. This is nasty. Because then I think about my friends. I don't even want my friends around you.
Baby, because then they'll get some ideas about doing my... I don't want you doing my daddy. Because, oh, your daddy is kinky.
Nasty. He is nasty. He likes Mr. Nasty Time. Like, this is just... It is awful. I was embarrassed when I saw it. I thought about his brand. And so we were talking about America's brand. Look at Shannon Sharpe's brand right now.
It's taking a hit. It is taking a hit as a result.
I
This
am
is devastating.
disappointed. I am very disappointed because I enjoyed his podcast. I felt like he did a great job.
He's a great personality.
Absolutely. So, I mean, obviously, got a lot of personality. Mr. Nasty Time.
We done call this man Mr. Nasty
Yeah.
Time.
So, I mean, guys, that's what's going on in the last couple of days in America.
Stay tuned, because I think more is going to pop off all around. Tariffs, Ukraine, as well as Mr. Nasty Time.
And we will keep everybody in the group chat about Mr. Nasty Time. And we will talk to you again on Tuesday. I'm sure it'll be more crap going on in the world.
Whatever has happened over the weekend.
Righty. So, happy Friday, friend.
Until next time. And in the meantime, you can always add us later, baby.
That's a wrap on this episode of At Me Later. We drop new bite-sized episodes packed with news and sass every Tuesday and Friday. So make sure you're following us wherever you get your podcasts. And because we love validation, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, and drop a comment to let us know what you think. It helps us more than you know. At Me Later is an A Collective production, and we'll be back in your ears soon. But until then, stay loud, stay opinionated, and as always, add us later. Abuse doesn't always look like a black eye. Sometimes it's fear in your voice, shrinking around someone, the gaslighting, the silence. You're being hurt emotionally, physically, sexually. It counts, and it's not your fault. Whether it's DV or SA, there is help, there is support, and there is a way out. Call the numbers, text them, save them, use them. You deserve to feel safe. You are not alone. We believe you, and we've got you.
Did she start? Okay, she did start recording. All right. Let's go, Stacey. He said, baby, they said, however. Can you go back to the other slide, the first set with him? Welcome, friends. Welcome to the group chat about all the
Yes.
things.
Well, I think this was a good episode. Well, happy Thursday, friends.
Until next
No, it's
time.
Friday, right? Does it come out on Friday?
This comes out on Friday.
Okay.
Don't hate, congratulate.